What's good, y'all? Terrible Shooter here. As you can see, I added a new addition to my collection. It's a Glock 48. It's empty. Came with 2 mags. It's fairly new. Hasn't been broken in yet, but we're gonna do that today. I'm gonna go to the range, got some ammo. Gonna put 300 rounds into her, see how she runs. I'm not gonna lie, I am tempted to shoot my SIG as well, but I already know how she shoots. I mean, I like shooting my SIG, but it's gonna be a Glock day. I'm gonna run 300 rounds and see how she performs. Get familiar with her, see how it goes. So be on the lookout for my first impressions with the Glock 48. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even like how it looks. I don't like how Glock looks. I like my SIG, like this thing looks sexy. Look at the grip. Look at that. It's beautiful. Fairly new, so I'm gonna break her in. So be on the lookout for that. For my first impressions with the Glock 48. Terrible Shooter signing out. Peace. All right, guys, so at the range, I'm gonna start shooting with the Glock 48. The top row, starting from the left, is where I'm aiming at. I'm focusing on some mechanics, making sure my grip is consistent throughout the shooting, making sure my sights are on target. I'm actually shooting with both eyes open with a minor squint. I am right eye dominant. When I first started shooting, I was always shooting with one eye open, but this time I'm trying with both eyes, trying to get used to doing that. But man, I gotta say, the Glock 48, it does feel good in my hand. I like how it feels. It fits just like a glove. It shoots very well. Pretty accurate, I have to say. But I don't really have any complaints. The only thing I can really say is the trigger does feel weird. After putting about close to 1,800 rounds in my SIG P320, I'm used to the trigger on that gun. So transitioning to this trigger on the Glock 48, I definitely have to get used to. I have to get a feel of when the trigger resets. But in due time, I'm sure I will get familiar with it. But again, you know, the Glock 48, it feels really, really nice. I had a really good time shooting it. I put about 300 rounds. That was the goal, to put 300 rounds into it. And no jams, no failures, no issues at all. It ran clean as a whistle. So was very pleased about how the Glock 48 shot. You know, but 10 round mags, I wish I had a longer magazine. But you know, just working on some mechanics, making sure my grip is good, making sure I'm on sight, shooting with both eyes open. Yeah. There's nothing really much to say, but it shoots really good. I'm very happy with how that session went at the range today. All right, what's going on, y'all? Terrible Shooter here. And what I got for you today is my first impressions on the Glock 48. Guys, don't forget to comment, subscribe, comment below, share this video so we can help all the terrible shooters out there grow, learn as a community, and get better and be responsible. So let's get right into it. I don't like the look of this gun. It's blocky. I don't like the serrations on the slide. I don't like the trigger. However, when I was at the range shooting this gun, it feels really nice. It fits in my hand really well. That's a great positive because when I shoot my SIG P320, I do have some issues gripping it. I don't like the action takedown lever here on the SIG. It gets in the way of my thumb. It kind of feels uncomfortable, especially when I'm shooting for a while at the range. The gun starts to get hot. So I'm still learning how to get better hand placement on my SIG P320. But don't get it twisted. This is my baby. This is my first purchase. I put almost 1,800 rounds in this. When I do 2,000 rounds, I'll do a review on my SIG P320, but that's for later. That's for another video. Anyway, back to the Glock 48. This gun shoots well. I like how it shoots. I ran 300 rounds of MagTech 9mm caliber, 115 grain. And it did its thing. It really showed out. The Glock 48, it won me over. I actually consider doing an appendix, concealment carry with the Glock 48. I have my SIG P320 at my 430, but because of the slimness of the Glock 48 is why I'm considering concealment carrying this instead. It's not so large in width. It's slim. You can see the difference here between the Glock 48 and the SIG P320. So I'm actually thinking about carrying this instead. Some days I will carry my SIG, don't get it twisted. I wear this at my 430, but this will definitely be at my 12. The Glock 48 does come with two 10-round mags. I have one mag full of some defensive rounds. My SIG P320 comes with 15-round mags, two 15-round mags, so I get a lot more shots, 5 extra shots with the SIG P320. You can't beat that. But the Glock comes with 10. So my experience shooting the Glock 48 at the range, right? Feels good in my hand. It's pretty accurate. I didn't have a hard time getting my sights on target. Even though I don't like this U-shaped sight here in the front, but I gotta admit, I didn't have a hard time getting my sights on target at the range. I don't want to say it's perfect. I don't want to say it's perfect, but it felt good. It really did feel good. I did some reloading drills. I would load maybe 1 or 2 rounds in one mag. I'll probably load 3 or 4 rounds in the other mag, and I'll just switch it around, get my shots in, get on target, get my shots in, drop the mag, load up another mag, same thing. And it handled well. It handled well when I was switching out mags. It handled well when I was shooting mags at full capacity. Another thing I do want to point out is that the stippling on the Glock 48 is not aggressive. I don't even want to say it's a tad bit aggressive. After a while, my hands were slipping because of the minor stippling on the Glock 48. I know I can do some customizations later on in the future, but I'm not really worried about that right now. On my SIG P320, the stippling on here is aggressive, and this is what I like about it. If you can see, it actually has some of my freaking DNA within the stippling of the hand grip, but it's not a huge knockoff, but that's just something that I noticed. But other than that, the Glock 48 it's a nice gun. I think if you're a new gun owner and you're out there looking for a handgun to purchase, everybody's running to the Glock 19 or the 17 Gen 5 or what have you. This is a good substitute because this has the same exact length as the Glock 19. So you might want to keep that in mind. If you can't get your hands on a Glock 19, go with the Glock 48. It sounds good. It feels good. It just, man, I really love how this gun feels in my hand. I think the slim design that they went with was a really good choice. Also, one other thing that I do want to point out is that it is single stack. My SIG P320 is a double stack, but you know, I don't really see a huge issue or why that would be a huge issue. But just wanted to point that out as well about the Glock 48. So my first impressions of this gun is that it's really good. I like it a lot. We had a good time shooting it at the range. 300 rounds, no issues, ran really good. Guys, please don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, share this video. Terrible Shooter here, signing out. Peace. All right, guys, so what I'm doing here is I'm just working on a few key mechanics, quick reload, getting my sights down on the target as quick as I can. I'm reloading from the counter. This range doesn't allow you to draw from the holster, so I have to settle with using the counter, which is still a good technique and good practice to get your skills up. The trick here is that I'll load one mag with 3 rounds, sometimes 2, sometimes 4. The other mag I'll do 2 or 1, and I'll just go for the quick reload. Try to be accurate, try to get my sights on target, making sure my grip is consistent throughout this drill. It's a great way to practice either at the range or at home. You can try this with dry firing as well.